older brother of the groom. And I'd like to start with what an honor it is that he asked me to say something today. You are sharing this moment with the most important person in your world right now, and we're so blessed to be part of this. Diamandi, welcome to our family. The road ahead of you two is one that all married people travel. And hopefully, we all pray that you guys will remain friends and sound through the entire travel. James, when I reflect on your life from my point of view as your older brother, there are so many names that you have been called. I'm only going to share the nice ones. He was born Jamie to my mother. Dad called him Bubba. Grandpa Buckham called him Zeke. Grandpa Neuenheis called him Jimmy. His sisters called him Jim. His friends call him Buck. My favorite name is for about a 1.5 year period, he referred to himself as Ted.
Yeah, you want to be Ted.
His choice of name is not the only thing that has changed over the years. When I look here at the man he's become, part of me still smiles and thinks of the goofy little kid with the grin going, yeah!
Kerr, it was Kerr.
There was a short time when us siblings, we wondered, and we probably worried about you. Maybe even a lot. But what I can stand here today and tell you that you are a man of character, you're a man of integrity, and you are a man that knows how to treat a woman. And D, you are very lucky. Through all those changes in James' life, there was one thing that just was the catalyst that brought all the best qualities out. That's when he met you. That's when he became the man God intended him to be. You drove away bad habits, and you instilled sound qualities of family, togetherness. And I'd like to think my wife, Steph, and I took a little bit of time in helping you break him for the future family. See, I started off as his older brother. One of the things we used to do as children is we would all, my siblings, James and our cousin, we'd all hold fingers together, and one of us would put a piece of grass on the electric fence so that the charge would go through all of us. And as an older brother, I wanted to know if it would hurt if you peed on an electric fence. And being a smart older brother, I had James do it. I got in trouble. I got in trouble for that. If I remember right, the answer is yes. But seriously, I have shared everything for most of my life with this person. I started off sharing a bedroom. I started off sharing stories, sharing time, sharing relationships. James is always like the busiest person I know. But if you say you need something, there is no one here that will stop what they're doing, no matter what they're doing, and be there. I broke my ankle, and my wife's childhood dog died on St. Patrick's Day. And we put him down, and I am out there with a boot trying to dig a hole in half-frozen ground. And I call James. He stops what he's doing. He comes to our house, and he helps us when we need him. I have halfway across the country in Missouri, and my wife calls me crying with the flu. James brings Dee to our house, at which point he takes care of Stephanie. Gets her medicine, goes to the store, gets her Gatorade. The next morning, he lets the dog out. He gets the kid in the car, takes him to daycare, comes back, checks on Stephanie, all before he goes to work. When we were getting our foster care license, James spent his time every week, sometimes twice a week, watching Kale, taking him to the many things that we engaged him in, and just being a great sport about it. Dee, this man will be an amazing father to your children. And now if I could offer some advice on the road that you guys are about to travel together. I have been blessed to have an amazing partner for the last 12 plus years. And I can see that in your life. But a lot of things that have been important to you over the time, and I'm thinking of cars primarily, there's things you need to do if you want that car to successfully run tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. You have to do oil changes. You need to change the, check the air filter. You want to make sure the tires are fine. You want to rotate them, shocks, brake. You don't want any of that stuff to prolong and become a big expense. You want to do the maintenance. And if I can sit here and humbly suggest, marriage is not that much different. You need to do the maintenance. You need to put in the work so that the small things are all taken care of, so that you guys are on the same page when it comes time to take care of a big issue or a big decision for the two of you. So hold your hands. Listen. I'm going to repeat. Listen. I repeated that twice because it's the hardest for me. So listen.
Truth.
Ask questions. Make sure every time you walk into a room, Diamandi knows that she is the most important person in the entire world to you in that room. There is never an exception. Even when you have children, you need to teach them that the relationship the two of you have, other than your relationship with Jesus Christ, is the most important relationship that they can ever watch or model anything after, is the way that you treat your wife. I'd like to humbly suggest that this couple is built to last. They will do the maintenance, and they will be a classic many years from now. And with that, I wish you my best.
God bless.